Mallorca against Betis, then in the sunshine this January afternoon. Both sides in such poor form at the start of 2025, and both, no doubt, were looking to rectify that poor form in this one. It was Mallorca who did so much of the early running, just moving the ball intelligently outside the confines of the penalty area, and Larin very nearly got a touch on this one early on. Just good defending in the end to alleviate the potential danger. It's a good atmosphere inside this ground as well. And Navarro, who was very busy in the first half, picked out Larin in the effort on goal from Samu Costa, elicited a quite smart save from Adrian, it has to be said. The former Liverpool goalkeeper with a very strong left arm from almost point blank. It was Navarro's ball in with a lovely touch, and Samu Costa knew he had to take it first time and did. Adrian with a smart save. A really good touch, isn't it, from Larin? How about that for a save from the 38-year-old Adrian? A really good save from the Betis goalkeeper. It's a very strong left palm, isn't it? And smothered the ball as well. Big chance for Samu Costa, though. Chance he usually takes. One or two half-hearted shots for a penalty as well in the heart of the penalty area. Not given, though, by the referee. This was the theme, really, in the first half in terms of how Mallorca played, moving forwards with the pace and a purpose on the right-hand side. Navarro was causing all kinds of problems, Maffeo as well, just trying to exploit that weakness potentially on the Betis left flank. Free kick was awarded here, and a yellow card was shown, and really for Mallorca, potentially architects of their own downfall on this occasion, because the strike in from range after giving the ball away pretty cheaply. But in truth, Betis had so few opportunities. It was Schrocker who had the hit from outside the penalty area, never truly troubling the goalkeeper, though. And Mallorca, through Navarro here, did well to go round the goalkeeper, possibly just took it slightly too wide. The cutback wasn't a bad one. It was really well played by Arribas on the follow-up, not once but twice, to ensure that the game remained 0-0. Chances continue to come, though, for Mallorca. Navarro it was, went around the goalkeeper, not too much wrong with this, but just falls slightly wide. Cutback wasn't bad either. Arribas with a couple of big blocks. Really impressive. And Rodriguez it was with the striker goal on the second attempt. Corner kick in from Rodriguez, swept into a pretty good area, but catching practice for Adrian in goal for Betis. Let's see how much of the play that Mallorca had on the right-hand side, though. Navarro, again the architect, drifting inside and out, eventually just teeing up Maffeo with the ball in, and this was a half chance, really, for the full-back, Mojica. He knows he should have done far better with that. Cross in is a really appetising one, but he takes it on the half volley and just comes off the shin, really. Can't get over the football. Mallorca coming forwards again. Navarro inside, and the effort on goal horribly wrong in the end by Maffeo, but those two combining well on the right flank throughout the duration of the game, really, when they're on the pitch. Effort on goal, poor one in the end. Corner kick swept in by Dade, came to the edge of the penalty area, and once again Adrian with the safe gloves. Dropped pretty kindly here, decent connection on it, but far too close to the goalkeeper in the end. Samu Costa cutting the ball back into a good area, and it's a few nearly moments for Larin in the game in terms of just how he managed to operate inside the confines of the penalty area. He's playing out from the back, and it's a late challenge, and the game did have a little bit of needle to it. The yellow card was brandished. Larin testing his innocence, but it was part of a continued theme, really, that would carry on throughout the game in terms of the challenges that went in. And Betis pouring forward. You can see here the two players down as Betis tried to make things happen. It's a rough and tumble kind of game, it really was. You could see here fouls coming in thick and fast. Isco was increasingly involved in the game as it wore on. Effort on goal moved through the air, but again, catching practice for the goalkeeper. It's a nice idea, trying to get it up and down. Substitutions incoming then for both sides in the second period, and Sano on, Richie as well. There, and Larin going off. Mallorca and Cambu on for Itaroque. He was feeding off scraps in the game, if truth be told. His participation in it. Zuli also off, and he was on, and Isco pouring forwards, and Kumbu on the right-hand side. This wasn't a bad ball at all, was it? Across the face of goal. He was looking for Juanmi to make things happen, and Isco on the follow-up. Couldn't quite find a way to breach the defence, but a warning sign really, I think, for Mallorca in the way in which Bakambu dealt with the situation and just fed the ball across the face of goal. Then this happens, lifted over the crossbar by Rodriguez after Morici had touched the ball on, but the flag was up in any case. This is clearly a yard or so offside when she just flicks the ball on. And this from Rodriguez initially, and then this challenge from Mascarell. And, well, the studs are up, but he comes through the leg, doesn't he, of Rodriguez, who really felt the full force of that. VAR check, red card. Understandable. Understandable. Marascal can't believe it, but it's a poor challenge, it's a reckless challenge, it's a late challenge, it's a red card. So Mallorca down to 10 at this stage. And Rodriguez in a real degree of discomfort here. Just excruciating pain, seemingly. Substitutions continue to come for both sides. Free kick which Isco would take, and Isco wrapped the ball into a decent area, and on the follow-up, certainly the suggestion was that should have done slightly better from that kind of position. Really felt that, Rodriguez, and Mallorca down to 10 at this stage. They did still come forwards in numbers, and after this the challenges were coming in thick and fast. There was a bit of a hot-headed feel to proceedings. Yellow card shown on that occasion. Cambu was just engaged in dialogue with one or two. See his ball into a good area, and Isco went flying in, and clean contact with the goalkeeper. It's clearly a late challenge. I don't think there's too much in the way of intent here. I mean, the eyes are on the ball, and then the momentum just takes him into the goalkeeper. But nonetheless, no players felt the full force of that one. And the corner kick in from Isco to a half-decent area once again. And it's good goalkeeping in the end. Had to be alert and alive to the danger. And Betis just started to get their bit between their teeth, really, in terms of creating opportunities in the game. And the substitute was so lively. Hit the dead ball line. The cutback wasn't a bad one either. The eventual striker goal was wayward in the end. There's no question that Juanmi got in a really good position, just couldn't quite find a way to wrap his foot round the ball adequately. That wasn't a bad one. Juanmi on the slides. Betis couldn't find a way through, and still the game at this stage remained 0-0. And Feu had a really good game, was off in the end. Mallorca was seeking a goal and they wanted a penalty here. Referee said no. It's a big old shout for a penalty. And when you look at the replays, I mean, Ortiz gets himself in a tangle. It's the right leg that comes through. Right leg has a nibble. Got away with one there, I think. Ortiz, possibly he would say he was being fouled himself, but no penalty, even after the VAR check. And then there was a shout at the other, and this one was a much weaker shout. It's never a penalty, and Samu Costa was just making that point to the substitute. He's pirouetting in the air. Betis continue to come forwards, though, continue to ask the questions. And Isco, how clever is this for Ortiz? So good. Ortiz with a cross in, header from Bakambu. And Betis had all 3 points on the afternoon. Cedric Bakambu deep, deep, deep into added on time at the end of the 90. Pellegrini absolutely delighted. It was such neat work, wasn't it, from Isco? And then Ortiz, beautifully done, clearly onside, Ortiz. And he just puts the ball in a good area, I think. Bakambu is there, 10 yards out, bullet header, 1-0. Big goal. Really neat move, cleverly done. Cracking finish, really good header from the substitute. Final chance at the end for Mallorca. This was in the final seconds of the game, really. Cutback wasn't a bad one. On goal, Betis players throwing themselves in the direction of the ball. Full-time whistle went. Mallorca 0, Betis 1. All 3 points for the away side. Big win for Pellegrini's men.